Hi everyone, welcome to Smash That Small Paper Pad collab for 2021, where every month a fairly large group of us work on smashing any kind of paper pad that's smaller than a 12 by 12. I have 2 boxes full of those, not counting Christmas, fall, Halloween, although I think Halloween I mostly have 12 by 12s, and Valentine's Day, because they're in separate iris bins. So yeah, the standard ones I have, and then I have some that are in with my collections that have other things with them, like washi tape or whatever, and they're not in those boxes either. So anyway, yes, I still have too much, even though I have destashed at least twice. So I'm not been buying anything but Stampin' Up, which is my business, and I'm trying to work through my stash this year, last year, this year, probably future years. No more paper other than Stampin' Up. So anyway, well, first of all, let me just remind you, for the 10 on the 10th, I actually did finish, except for these bits here, this Kaiser Craft Christmas Edition paper pad that I had been using for Smash That Small Paper Pad in November and December. But I pretty much finished it except for scraps as of January 10th. And also, this was one of 2 of these I had. I just did a giveaway on the other one, plus 3 cut apart sheets out of this one. So it's gone, and 3 sheets out of it are given away. But I finished this January 16th for the monthly card collab. So I'm doing pretty good at smashing things that I started, but so keeping with that theme, I had just pulled out some cut aparts from this. Now it says 24 papers, including 12 specialty finish papers, but that's not exactly right, because if you look down here, you have 2 times 12 sheets of designer paper, right? That's the 24. Plus you have 12 specialty papers, including 2 times 6 spot varnish, so 12 there. So that is 24 and 12, 36, plus 4 die cut pages. Now there's 39 pages in here instead of 40, including 3 die cut pages, which are right here. So you can see I have some things out, but I have some things over here that probably were from the last die cut page. And here's the other one. So all these papers still remain. So this is 36 papers, and yes, some of these are specialty. Some of them are plain. It's a good variety. There's floor. I love that one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but I do love that one. I'm kind of thinking like a little mini 6x6 book, just folded in half. I'm thinking on that one. This one is a specialty. That one is plain. That one is plain. Plain meaning no treatment. This one is shiny. So 2 of those. That's plain. That's pretty. That can be used as borders or something, or just as it is. And that's plain. So yeah, those are the pretty papers. Lots of florals, but some other designs too, and things that can be either used like that or cut apart and used as strips. And I just do love this one. I don't think I want to make a 6x6 card. I'm thinking more like a some kind of a journal, front and back cover, like a little tiny insert or journal or insert or something. I don't know. Okay, so with that, I am going to let you go, and I'm going to work on this, and I'll come back with what I've done for January. This will probably be January and February project for me, just so you know, and I will talk to you again soon. Alright everyone, so I'm back, and let me show you. I actually only used 6 sheets, 2 specialty, which are basically glossy finishes, and 3 regular design paper. And I'm going to say 1 cut apart because I did, my focus was to use some of the cut aparts, but I still have what I'll say is 2 sheets left because I have these, and then I have some of these things here, and the rest of the stuff in here is scrap. But I'm counting it as a used sheet. I probably only used 2 3/4 sheets, but I used most of the sheets that I pulled out. So I'm using this Paisley Days. So I didn't get as far as I wanted to, but what I did first is some of the cut aparts were all about love. I love you, love always. So yeah, I made more lovey cards, and this is a specialty paper. I don't know if you can see the glossy finish. There you go. And these little flowers I used the small bloom punch from Stampin' Up. It's in their annual. This is a cut apart. This is the one of the Heart Punch Duo punches, and this was a cut apart. I mean a punch out cut apart. And then this is I think this is Crafter's Companion. I don't have the packaging for it anymore, but the purple is what makes me think that. I thought I had more heart embossing folders, but I don't know where they are. I looked through all my embossing books that I've had in the past and I can't find them. Anyway, pretty simple card. Oh, and I am still trying to use up these scrapbook.com A2 size cards. I still have quite a few. There's no envelopes with them, just the cards. And on the inside, I just have this on this one. I didn't put any sentiments in. Here's more of that paper. In fact, I'm going in reverse order. This was the cut apart. This I punched out with the other Heart Duo punch from Stampin' Up, which are current in the annual catalog. And this is out of Rococo Rose, and this background paper is Rococo Rose, and I forgot to mention that. This is Stampin' Up's Rococo Rose also. And here I punched out designer paper, the specialty paper, Rococo Rose designer paper. Made 2 little flowers to put there and there. This is a cut apart, except for about 1/2 inch of it. And the specialty paper, both papers are shiny. I don't know, in parts of it. Oh, there we go. And then this was a cut apart, which I bumped up on dimensionals, and again inside just that. Let me go in order now. This paper, I don't know where it came from. I had 2 8.5 by 11 sheets of it, and I thought it went really well with the flowers, so I decided to use it. So I just put a matte down 5 1/4 by 4. I ran it through Stampin' Up Subtle embossing folder. It looks like this. I think the new number is 151775. And then I just put a piece of designer paper down, punched out another piece of it with the heart punch, and this is Stampin' Up's Just Jade. Raised that up on dimensionals. This is a cut apart, and I also put that on dimensional and partially glued down. I didn't really embellish these any more than that at this time. This one, again, just a piece of Rococo Rose, a piece of Stampin' Up Petal Pink, run through that same embossing folder. This is Stampin' Up's, in the annual catalog, Gathered Ribbon, 1/2 inch in Rococo Rose, which is along the edge with like a gold on it. And this is a cut apart that I just layered on a piece of Petal Pink, glued it onto the heart, and then the whole heart is bumped up on dimensionals. Pretty simple cards. And then this one is sort of the reverse. I did the Rococo Rose in the embossing folder, Petal Pink in the background. And these dies, I'm not sure. Oh, I have to go back a minute too. They look like this. I have them in the wrong folder. They are not these ones. So I think I got my labels mixed up. Like I put the dies back in the wrong folders. But I used these 2 smaller ones. These are probably Alina Crafts, but don't hold me to that. I don't know. And this heart here, this is actually an older Stampin' Up set, but it is still current. It's from this one here. It's from the Be Mine stitched Be Mine dies. They are in the annual catalog, and they go with the Meant to Be stamp set, which is in the annual still. And that one has a piece of the designer paper to match the heart. This one just has a strip of the floral, which is not specialty paper. And this one has a piece of Rococo Rose with a piece of the floral. And here I just used some white baker's twine. And this cut apart, I decided to put the oval sideways so more of the hearts would show in the background. And I just liked the way it looked better. And then the twine I just put for something extra. I wanted to be extra. I'm always extra. Anyway, those are 5 cards that I made, and I really hadn't planned on making cards, but I didn't know what else I would use the love theme stuff for. So yeah, I made love cards, and then I made a set of 5 note cards, and I put them in one of Stampin' Up's mini mini pizza boxes. This is a piece of sorry, I have glue on my fingers and ink and everything. A Pool Party by Stampin' Up. This is one of the cut aparts. I love this paper. I think I still have one more sheet of it, and I used it on the sides and the front as well. Sort of southwestern kind of looking to me. I don't know. So then I have a variety because I was using scraps. This one is the only one on a white background because I ran out of big enough yellow because I cut it wrong actually. So this one just says congratulations. It already had the border around it, and there's nothing on the inside of these for most of them. Well, the yellow ones actually have a piece of white cardstock in there too. And these I layered on some of them on Stampin' Up's layering squares, the scalloped ones, and I think I used this one or this one. I can't remember now. Anyway, whatever one was a little bit bigger than the cut apart. I thought that was cute. This one is Thinking of You, and I used a stitched rectangle die, which it wasn't big enough, but the next bigger one was like hanging away out. So I just used it and trimmed this down so it would fit right on the edge of it, and put a little bit of Stampin' Up's gingham ribbon in Bumblebee. The Bumblebee color also went with this. And then just white on the inside. And on one of the white flowers, that was the last piece I think I had other than tiny little scraps. Oops, sorry. And again, I used Just Jade in the background on this one. I don't know if I told you the color on the other one. This is Rococo Rose. Sorry, I'm out of frame. This one has Just Jade in the background, which really matches that green pretty well. You already saw this one. And the last one says, thank you, friend, and it's Pool Party with just a piece of Bumblebee Stampin' Up ribbon behind it. So those are the 5 cards to go with. So there's 2 with the same paper as the outside of the box, and then a white floral and 2 black florals. And yeah, so that is, I might do another set and just have only the yellow ones in here. I don't know, we'll see. But that's all I got done. So I used a total of 6 sheets out of 39 that were left in the pad, which leaves me with 33 I have to try and smash in February. But I'm okay with it because I've been working through stuff, and you know, I did finish these other 2 in January, so I'm okay with not using quite so many in January for this paper pad. But I really think it's a pretty pad, and I'm loving working with it. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to let you go so you can go see everyone else, and I hope to see you next month on the 25th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace.